Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT from Wildfire Gaming. This is SlowBurne, and you are watching the greatest channel with under 90 subscribers, but quickly approaching it. We have an excellent night of action here on NXT. Both the women's and the NXT Championship will be on the line as Kairi Sane defends the title against Mickie James, and Jimmy Garvin defends the NXT Championship against Nick Miller in our main event. But we're going to start things off here with UK Championship tournament action between the British Bulldog and Neville, followed by Jack Swagger versus Cesaro. It's been a very busy week here in Wildfire Gaming, and I expect that to continue tonight with a very impactful show. UK Championship tournament has become quite a fixture here on NXT, and I'm happy to allow that to continue here tonight. British Bulldog is synonymous with the original European Championship and has seen some success already in this UK Championship tournament. He's defeated Killian Dane from the Ascension, and by the Ascension I mean Sanity, a much better team than the Ascension. Still, as great as the British Bulldog was in his day, and my God was he great, the landscape of WWE is very different now. He's going to have to contend with one of the greats of his own generation in Neville right now here on NXT. Neville going to be a sentimental favorite here on NXT. He was the 4th NXT champion and one of the greatest, in my opinion, NXT champions in the history of this brand. Top 5 for sure. Really kind of brought NXT to the next level with his title reign. Eventually lost the championship after over 300 days as champion to Sami Zayn in one of the top 5 matches in the history of this brand. It was an amazing match. It made me a lifelong fan of NXT from that moment, and it's an honor to broadcast a Neville match right here from Full Sail here tonight. Already in this tournament in round 1, Neville was able to defeat NXT's own Nick Miller, who will get a shot at the NXT Championship. It was a very contentious match. Nick Miller and Neville really went at it. Things got a little underhanded at times on the part of both men, particularly Nick Miller, though, if I'm being honest. And despite that, Neville advances to the second round. He might have brought out something in Nick Miller that we're seeing. I mean, just a month ago, Nick Miller and his partner Shane Thorne were not seeing the level of success that they are now. Nick Miller's shot at the NXT Championship is not entirely on his own merit. It is kind of how the bracket shook down here in the NXT Championship tournament heading into NXT TakeOver. But Nick Miller is not anywhere near as much of an underdog in that match as he would have been just a few short weeks ago. I think a lot of that is because of the intensity that was brought out of him by Neville, who just got clotheslined right there by the British Bulldog. Neville grew up watching the British Bulldog. He was a huge fan. Referee coming between the British Bulldog and Neville. Neville took advantage, like it or not. Can't knock him for that strategy. Neville with the bridge. The 1 count, nothing more. This is, as I said earlier, a huge homecoming for Neville. British Bulldog nowhere near as familiar with the NXT crowd. Of course, they know who he is. He's a legend in his native country. Nowhere near as popular as Neville. on this night. Neville was one of the greatest cruiserweight champions WWE has ever seen. I might even argue the best during his reign a little over a year ago. Actually, it was technically less than a year. A lot has changed since then. Neville had a falling out with the company. We were able to bring him back in the fold here on Wildfire Gaming. We're very proud of that. No, I can say this with great confidence. No cruiserweight division is complete without Neville. The same can be said for the UK division. So far, Neville getting rid of the turnbuckle pad there. That's a dirty move. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's some old school dirty tactics from Neville. Bulldog no stranger to the taste of that turnbuckle. Oh man, now Neville sending British Bulldog to the top. He may be thinking big time superplex right here at Full Cell. As the NXT chants ring out from this crowd, here it comes, superplex. Huge impact there. Neville only a 1 count off the superplex. That's got to be frustrating. Neville showed impressive strength there to get British Bulldog up, and that's, oh man, here we go. Rings of Saturn time already. Neville wanting to put this thing away, obviously. And he may just do it here. British Bulldog is in major trouble, as is anybody who finds themselves in the Rings of Saturn. Bulldog needs to use that power to get out of this, or this is going to be it right here. British Bulldog's going to have no choice but to tap. Bulldog has never been a submission specialist, but he's familiar with these sort of submission holds and his feuds with the Hart Foundation and, of course, his alliances with them. Hart's famous submission specialist, but right now, it's over. Neville would not let go of the Rings of Saturn there, and eventually British Bulldog held in there as long as he could. He was forced to tap. Huge victory for Neville right here in the house he helped build. Oh man, I got the feeling Neville, he's not done. Neville stomping away on the British Bulldog, drawing the ire of this crowd that just a few minutes ago was cheering him. Neville didn't need to do that. He already advanced to the semifinals of this tournament. Has a great chance of making it to WrestleMania as a part of the UK division. I was uncalled for. Up next, as we try to reset here, Jack Gallagher, who has been shockingly unstoppable in this UK Championship tournament, is going to lock up with the Swiss cyborg Cesaro. Cesaro, one of the absolute greats of the UK division, and that no one can deny. Really one of the elites in all of WWE. Jack Gallagher wants to prove that he can compete on that level, and so far he has. Jack Gallagher is undefeated here in Wildfire Gaming. 2 victories, one over Drew McIntyre in the first round of this tournament, one over Finn Balor in the Cruiserweight Classic. Oh, well, actually, I stand corrected. Jack Gallagher was eventually bested by CM Punk in the Cruiserweight Classic. I forgot about that. So, actually, Jack Gallagher may not have quite the momentum that he did just a few weeks ago whenever he started this run. A lot to keep up with here in WWE on Wildfire Gaming. But Jack Gallagher still looking quite dapper as always, and certainly going to give it his all. He's a deceptively violent man in the ring. Here we go. We're going to see some hard strikes in this one. Cesaro has been mixing it up over on SmackDown in the upper echelon of that brand, where he belongs. But Cesaro, no stranger to NXT, he's had some standout performances right here in this building, in front of this audience. The 2 out of 3 falls match with Sami Zayn comes immediately to mind. Their rivalry here in NXT was another major factor in NXT taking off and becoming the brand that it is today, alongside Neville's historic title reign. Cesaro would love for NXT to be the site of continued success. He'd love to make it to the semifinals of this United Kingdom Championship tournament and take on Neville for the opportunity to go to WrestleMania to compete for the United Kingdom Championship. Cesaro was the only man who received a bye in this tournament, so this is his first match in the tournament. Of course, some sportsmanship there, no surprise, from gentleman Jack Gallagher. Here we go, I'm looking forward to this. Cesaro is going to have the power advantage over Jack Gallagher, as we're seeing here. That's no surprise. Still, there is respect between gentlemen. Fellow Europeans. Oh, well, look at this here. Jack Gallagher actually able to back Cesaro into the opposite turnbuckle here. A little tit for tat. Wow. Oh my gosh. Jack Gallagher trying to go ahead and put Cesaro away. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I mean, look, yeah, you're going to see the strength of Cesaro on display here. That didn't work out. Here comes a fireman's carry from Jack Gallagher, though. Jack Gallagher not missing a beat. Gallagher with a swinging neck breaker. Gallagher feeling fired up here. Cesaro taking down the leg of Jack Gallagher. There's a boot. Gallagher with that great technique, able to reverse it. Snap suplex, got the float over. Only a 1 count. No surprise there. You're gonna see a lot of great technique, a lot of strong strikes. Oh man, there's one right there to the midsection of Cesaro. But now, Jack Gallagher's in trouble. The strength of Cesaro, my God, that was a violent move. Jack Gallagher's in trouble here. Just sent back of the head first right into the mat here in NXT. There's a leg drop from Cesaro. Cesaro is rolling here with these strong stomps, this ground and pound style. That's not good for Jack Gallagher. Jack Gallagher needs to get out of this situation as quickly as he can, if he can. Oh man, European uppercut already. And Jack Gallagher is in bad shape. Cesaro fired up here. His first match in NXT in years. Oh man, sharpshooter time. Cesaro going for the submission victory already on Jack Gallagher. Cesaro has been so impressive in this match, but Jack Gallagher able to get out of that situation. Going for the legs, Cesaro stopping him. It's impressive that Jack Gallagher is able to survive the sharpshooter, but, well, here we go. Jack Gallagher with the reverse DDT, trying to get something going here. Targeting the leg, the arms rather, of Cesaro. Big as an old man's leg. Jack Gallagher trying to get some go. Oh! It's that freaking headbutt, the best in the business. Almost knocks Cesaro out right there with reckless abandon. Cesaro's looking pretty rough here. Jack Gallagher gonna pick him up. what's coming there. There's that brutal drop kick that he used to defeat Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre. Will it be enough to put away Cesaro? No. Cesaro able to kick out. We saw Drew McIntyre survive the first one as well. But if Jack Gallagher can lock in on Cesaro's head and nail another one, this match might be over. Cesaro realizes that. He's going to try to put it away early. Not even a 1 count, though, at this point in the match. That's got to be absolutely frustrating. There's a brutal knee right to the back of Jack Gallagher's head. A knee right to the face. Cesaro has been very impressive on the mat here. Oh, snake eyes from Gallagher, on Gallagher. Wow, but Gallagher firing right back up. Gallagher with a drop kick. And another. Slipping under Cesaro there, and a huge cross body. Was impressive. Gallagher. Another headbutt. Is that gonna be enough? No. Jack Gallagher doing a great job of turning things around here in this match. Started off very much in the corner of... Uh-oh, wow, that's not... Wait a minute, look at that reversal. In a match that started very much in the corner of Cesaro, Jack Gallagher is starting to get rolling here, and this is where he's dangerous. Oh my God! The second drop kick. I have never seen anyone kick out of 2. And I don't think Cesaro's going to be the first Jack Gallagher on his way to the semi-finals. Unreal. Jack Gallagher back in the winner's bracket. A force to be reckoned with in this United Kingdom Championship tournament. For God's sakes, the man may just be the next United Kingdom champion. He just proved that he can stand comfortably among the elite in this company. Jack Gallagher is a force to be reckoned with, within and without the United Kingdom Championship tournament. He is one to watch in the weeks ahead. Gallagher will face Neville, and the semifinals winner of that match will advance to the United Kingdom Championship at WrestleMania. Gallagher is 1 win away from achieving his dream, performing on the grandest stage. But here we go, shifting gears now into the Mae Young Classic. It is going to be NXT's own Ember Moon against NXT alumnus Sasha Banks. This is going to be a very important matchup in the Mae Young Classic. And a very emotional one for these fans and for both of these women who have yet to face each other in one-on-one action. Let's get into it. Ember Moon has held the NXT Championship with pride in the past. She's actually moved up to the main roster, but what a champion. Currently held by Kairi Sane. Of course, that championship will be on the line immediately following this match. But much like the last couple of matches, both Ember Moon and Sasha Banks vying to make it to the semifinals of their tournament, the Mae Young Classic. This tournament has pitted the best women from both Raw and SmackDown against each other. Winner of this match will face the champion Natalya. So they'll get whoever wins this match is getting a women's championship match regardless. The winner of that match will defend the women's championship at WrestleMania. That's something that Sasha Banks would be very comfortable with. Sasha Banks, no stranger to WrestleMania, has competed in 2 women's championship matches at the grand stage, but has never won. She has the opportunity to go in as the champion if she can get past Ember Moon. She has been more focused than I've seen her since her time here on NXT. And this trip here to Full Sail may just make her focus all the more. As mentioned earlier, this is the first meeting between these two titans of the women's division here in NXT. I consider Sasha Banks to have been the better women's champion on this brand. No disrespect to Ember Moon. Sasha Banks had, in my mind, and the mind of many, the greatest women's match in the history of WWE against Bayley. The inaugural NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. For Ember Moon, had the opportunity to defeat Sasha Banks right here on NXT. It's such an honor for her, and one that I know that she takes very seriously. Both women versing each other, jockeying for position early. Nobody's got a clear advantage. Here comes snap suplex from Sasha Banks. Didn't float over, but now going into the cover. Not even a 1 count there. Not a surprise. I don't think Sasha Banks expected to get the victory there. Now wrenching the head of Ember Moon. Moon able to fight out of it. Strike to the midsection. Now a snap suplex of her own, and with the float over. Kick out before one from Sasha Banks as well. This women trying to one-up each other. Neither able to do it early yet. Knee strike from Sasha Banks. And there goes the back of Ember Moon's head. Oh, wow. Sasha Banks. She's getting back into that boss persona that made her famous here in NXT. Oh, what an enziguri from Ember Moon. The more proficient striker of the two, without a doubt. Oh, man. Ember Moon may be thinking face first. Oh, and indeed, that was brutal for Sasha Banks. Ember Moon going to the middle rope. And allow Sasha Banks to make it to her feet. Oh, and nailed her with a missile drop kick there. Brilliant reversal by Sasha Banks. Wow. There goes Ember Moon. Sasha Banks putting it on the line. Oh my gosh. I guess Sasha Banks hit her target. Otherwise, I don't think she would have been able to get up as quickly as she did. Banks trying to take advantage of that outside environment, unable to do so successfully. Great clothesline on Ember Moon, though. It has been a nostalgic night for NXT here, and a night that will continue to be impactful as we move into our championship matches following the conclusion of this one. It's great to be a part of it. Sasha Banks continues to maintain her upper hand here. Oh, there's a nice neck breaker. Oh my gosh, what a pin. Ember Moon somehow able to get out of there. Don't ask me how she managed to do that. Sasha Banks continuing to play the mind games. She is ultra confident right now. And here we go. Banks statement. Locked in. Ember Moon may be in trouble. This is the first time that Ember Moon has tasted the Banks statement. It has been meant the end for many a woman right here in this building. Again, another long submission. I'm not seeing any escape. Ember Moon better find one fast or this one's going to be over. Ember Moon, oh, into the cover. Only a 1 count, but was the damage? Oh, wow, what a knee right to the face of Sasha Banks. I was going to say, was the damage done? But that was, if that was any indication. Oh man, an FU here. Ember Moon. Oh man, Ember Moon. Ember Moon's thinking Eclipse, no doubt about it. If she hits this, it's over. I've only seen one woman ever kick out of the Eclipse, and it was Asuka. Is this enough? No, what? Sasha Banks kicked out. Oh my gosh. How the hell did she do that and that? Wow. These two women continue to impress. Going for a super kick there was Ember Moon. Knees. And the cover. Sasha Banks has got her. This match is over. Just like that. Sasha Banks advances to the Women's Championship match against Natalya. Sasha Banks absolutely nailed with the Eclipse. She was in the ropes, but Ember Moon draping the arm. You see that she couldn't grab it. She had to kick out, and she did at the very last moment. An incredible victory for Sasha Banks. Extremely important. And she will advance to face Natalya for the Women's Championship in the semifinals. Awesome match. Now we'll see if our own NXT women will be able to outdo it as Mickie James gets her shot at the NXT Championship, NXT Women's Championship, currently held by Kairi Sane, which she won as a part of the 8-woman elimination match of the inaugural episode of Wildfire Gaming's NXT. This will be Kairi Sane's first test as NXT Women's Champion. And it's a hell of a staunch test. I guess a veteran in Mickie James. We already know that the winner of this match will defend the title against Maurice in the semifinals. The winner of that match will move on to NXT TakeOver, where they will take on either Tamina or Alicia Fox. To be honest with you, had this bracket shaken down differently, I wouldn't have been surprised to see Mickie James versus Kairi Sane in the finals of this tournament, but here it is in round 1. And such is the way that the bracket broke down. The bracket was based off of the order of elimination in the 8-woman. And Mickie James was the first woman eliminated. This was the 8th seed against the number 1 seed in Kairi Sane. Sane knows how to make an entrance, that's for sure. The NXT Women's Champion. Oh, man. Oh, we're going at it right now. Oh, my gosh. Kairi Sane still in her entrance gear. Absolutely laying it down on Mickie James. Kairi Sane ready to lock it up. And she's just going to wrestle in her gear, in the entrance gear. What an epic sight. Mickie James rushed Kairi Sane, and obviously it was not the right decision. Kairi Sane just absolutely doing a number on Mickie James. Oh, wrench in the arm. Kairi Sane, look at the power. This woman's got it all. Kairi Sane taking off the rope here, and now really ready to go. Gonna fire off some shots, but Mickie James able to get out of it. Here comes a bulldog. Wow. Single leg drop kick from Sane. Mickie James up in the leg. It's all for the NXT Women's Championship. I understand why Mickie James felt the need to rush in, but it was potentially well, it certainly seems to have proven to be an ill-advised decision. Unlike Mickie James, usually at her age, the cooler head. Right now, really just being dominated at this juncture by the champion Kairi Sane. I knew that Kairi Sane was going to be a force. She was the winner of the inaugural Mae Young Classic. With all new women's competitors. Our current one, of course, featuring the best of Raw and SmackDown. Mae Young, Kairi Sane, not involved. Instead, defending her championship in NXT's own women's tournament. The bottom line is Kairi Sane knows how to win these things. Mickie James knows that. Trying to get every advantage she can. Great drop kick off the middle rope. And now here comes a snap suplex. Mickie James has won more women's championships than almost anyone in WWE history. The only exception, Trish Stratus. This is Kairi Sane's first championship in WWE. Here comes another bulldog for Mickie James, who's really rolling now, despite the rocky start. Kairi Sane going for the Alabama Slam, got it. Sane measuring Mickie James. Spear. Wow. It's over. An awesome victory for Kairi Sane. Mickie James rushed in, and it cost her big time. Kairi Sane is always ready to deliver a beatdown, and Mickie James just found that out the hard way. Kairi Sane may be on another level of any woman that we have currently in NXT. Mickie James might be her stiffest competition, and that match wasn't even close. We'll see if Maurice, then either Alicia Fox or Tamina, will be able to stop this champion. But from that first defense, she is looking dominant. up next, it's main event time. It's going to be all hands on deck as Jimmy Garvin's bringing in the Freebirds. Nick Miller will have Shane Thorne to back him up, but it is going to be a hectic and impactful NXT Championship match. And our main event, it's next. There hasn't been an NXT yet here in Wildfire Gaming that didn't feature at least one member of TM61. They are becoming the flag bearers here for this brand. Nick Miller was the 8th seed in the NXT Championship Tournament, much like Mickie James, thus gets the shot at the NXT title. He was the first man eliminated in the 8-man for the championship at our first broadcast in the main event, but since then Nick Miller and Shane Thorne have really made a name for themselves. They're the #1 contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and they'll be getting their shot for those titles next week against the Ascension, win or lose. But still, this is without a doubt the biggest night in the career of Nick Miller. That is no overstatement. Jimmy Garvin is not the man that anyone picked necessarily to win the NXT Championship, but when he did, the Freebirds are here, and oh my God, Neville bringing up the rear. He doesn't quite fit in with this flamboyant group here. It is quite a sight to see. I gotta be honest with you, I never thought I'd see the Freebirds strutting in NXT, particularly with the NXT Championship around one of their waists, but we're seeing it here. Michael Hayes, the leader, but it is Jimmy Garvin with the gold. Freebirds, one of the most infamous factions in Texas. I've seen firsthand what they can do as a unit. But isolated, Jimmy Garvin is no slouch. He's the NXT champion for a region. He outlasted 7 men, including Nick Miller and Shane Thorne. Wow. But there is respect between them. First title defense for Jimmy Garvin. Nick Miller gonna try to wear him down early. Nothing flashy so far. This is the kind of pace that Jimmy Garvin is used to. Nick Miller would be wise to try to kind of speed things up here. No, jawbreaker from Jimmy Garvin. Nick Miller's not going to win a battle of attrition. He needs to get in and fire quick and often. That's what's led him and Shane Thorne to the success that they've had here on this brand. Oh, yeah. Great brain buster from Nick Miller. He is going to have his work cut out for him, not just against Jimmy Garvin, but this fleet of Freebirds and Neville out here. I'm not surprised to see Neville here necessarily, especially since he was already in the neighborhood. This rivalry between Neville and TM61 has all the makings to be a great one. But Nick Miller would certainly prefer that it didn't come at the expense of the NXT Championship. The winner of this match will defend that title against Goldberg in the semifinals. I don't think either of these guys are particularly looking forward to that. But I guarantee you, that either of them would be honored to hold this championship and to represent this brand. Jimmy Garvin, without a doubt, the veteran here. Oh. Phenomenal reversal from Nick Miller. Just going for a swinging neck breaker. Looking at excellent so far in this match. Garvin going to the outside. Whoa. Garvin not feeling too confident about what he's accomplished so far in this match. Or maybe he's just trying to bait Nick Miller out into harm's way. Apparently not coming back in the ring. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. And there's the elbow drop. Now Nick Miller getting into an altercation with Michael Hayes. Buddy Robertson. Nick Miller, look on. That distraction was enough for Jimmy Garvin to get the upper hand here, using the ropes as a weapon. He'll take every advantage he can, believe me, especially with the title on the line. He's going to have to refine these kind of tactics if he's going to stand a chance against Goldberg in the semifinals. But right now, Nick Miller going for that sit-out powerbomb. That could be it right there. Jimmy Garvin able to kick out. Garvin could feel the NXT title slipping away right there. Nick Miller could feel it in his grasp. These fans have been chanting for NXT all night long, with good reason. Oh, wow, look at this. Is Nick Miller? Oh, Nick Miller going for an old school figure 4 modified version. Garvin, no stranger to feeling that, I can promise you. Miller surprisingly keeping the pace slow here. Garvin with an uppercut. Miller trying to cut out the legs, and there's a clothesline. Michael Hayes throwing a chair in the ring. Typical Freebird tactic. But Nick Miller has really kept Jimmy Garvin grounded. I'm seeing a much more measured Nick Miller. He knows how important this match is, but he's going to have to take some more risks. Or at least doing something more impactful. If he's going to be able to put away Jimmy Garvin. Stomping away here. Man. Dangerous territory with that chair there. Wait a minute, Michael Hayes. Thought that Nick Miller was in a pinning predicament there. Garvin with the atomic drop. Nick Miller rolling to the outside. Miller like he's in slow motion here. I don't know if the nerves are getting to him. Just sitting there awkwardly. Sent to the outside by Jimmy Garvin. Miller like he's just drowning in a pool of molasses. Jimmy Garvin getting impatient. Sending him back in himself. Garvin may be about ready to finish this thing off. Wow. Got some strikes firing off between these guys. Whoa. And here we go. Miller gonna go for another sit-out powerbomb. That's it. No doubt about it. Oh, and Michael Hayes snatching the ref to the outside. You gotta be kidding me, this match should be over. And Nick Miller is beside himself. And this is what the Freebirds are all about. This match should be over. Jimmy Garvin is up. Ugh. But Nick Miller's got some business to take care of on the outside. Oh man, that was looking like dangerous territory. Nice chop from Jimmy Garvin. We're at a count of 2. He'd be happy to retain this title by any means necessary, including by countout. Michael Hayes surprisingly helping Nick Miller to his feet. Miller clearly very groggy. Oh man, and with the jumping neck breaker on Michael Hayes, and now staring down Neville. Oh, kicking him. Neville able to back out of the way there. Miller's got to get back in the ring. Not sure what he accomplished there on the outside, not as much as he was hoping to, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Jimmy Garvin able to get his bearings, and he is back in a dominant position. It's a very old school title match. And now it's Neville distracting Nick Miller. Nick Miller may not have a prayer with all these distractions. This is where Shane Thorne needs to be coming in, because without him, I don't think Nick Miller's going to be able to circumvent these odds. He is doing a hell of a job trying to do just that in this match, though. He's got the bridge. Jimmy Garvin damn near had him there. And here comes a spinebuster double-A variety. That could be it. The referee distracted now by Neville, despite the pin clearly in his face. This is just an unwinnable situation for Nick Miller, and it has got to be immensely frustrating. Neville getting ejected from ringside. And that's exactly what Nick Miller wanted to see. But meanwhile, Jimmy Garvin again able to recover. And that's definitely not where Nick Miller wants to be. Nick Miller has spent way too much time on the outside in this match. Michael Hayes standing over him, putting his hands all over the challenger. And here we go. Whoa! Michael Hayes sending it into the ring. Oh man. A third set up powerbomb feed. It says there's no doubt it's over. But again, the referee distracted. There is nothing Nick Miller can do. And Shane Thorne, about as useful as tits on a rad scorpion. Nick Miller going out to handle business again. There goes Hayes. Buddy Roberts sending him right back inside. Garvin has just been dominating this match. There's no doubt that Nick Miller has out-wrestled Jimmy Garvin on this night, but there's just nothing that he can do with the Freebirds completely immobilizing this referee. The referee just going to continue to let... No, he's not. No, the referee going to eject Michael Hayes now. And with that in mind, Nick Miller going for a fourth sit-out powerbomb in the middle of the ring. And by God, finally, Nick Miller has put away Jimmy Garvin in what amounted to a hell of a squash. Nick Miller came out here with the deck clearly stacked against him. He's going to stop at nothing to become the NXT champion. He had to go through 4 men to do it. But in the end, Nick Miller did it, and he did it on his own. Nick Miller, absolutely a deserving NXT champion. Nick Miller is the flagship of this brand. Absolutely amazing victory for Nick Miller, who will still compete for the NXT Tag Team Championships next week alongside Shane Thorne against the Ascension. TM61 may just run this brand. Thank you for joining us, everybody. From Wildfire Gaming, this is SlowBurne. We'll catch you in the next one. Good night.